everybody. It's Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com. Thank you guys so much for joining me for today's Tuesday tip. Hey, March 2022, my masterclass is on fun folds. These are all about quick and easy fun folds. And today I've got a really great fancy window card for you. It's very unique, fun to make, fun to give. I'm very excited to teach you how to create these cards. Let's get started. I am so excited to teach you how to create these super quick yet very fancy window cards. Isn't that adorable? You know, I love to create cards that are fun, that are different, like nothing else they've ever seen, but you're going to love these because they go together super fast. So this one here, I did just a fun little ice cream birthday card. Thought this one would be a good one for the guys, but we're going to create the Be As Bold as Your Lipstick card today. Let me tell you the supplies you're going to need. We're going to start first with the card base. I'm going to use polished pink as my card base. And guys, I need to tell you, this measurement is a little bit different. It is 4 inches by 11. Typically, we do 4 1/4, but it is 4 inches by 11 scored at 5 1/2. Next, we need a couple pieces of basic white, 2 of them 3 1/2 by 5 inches. The last thing you're going to need is the piece for your sleeve. Now, before I give you those measurements, we need to talk about how to measure this cardstock. The length is always the same, 8 1/2 inches in length. It's the height here. What size die are we going to use for that fabulous window? This is where we need to measure that and decide how much space we need here. So for my dies, I decided to go with Hippo and Friends. I think Hippo and Friends is such a fun set of label dies. And so here's how I determined what size die I was going to use. So I'm going to lay my die right here, and then I'm going to come in with my stamps, and you could even stamp this out on your grid paper or something first. But as long as I can see that, yeah, that's going to fit in there, I'm good. And then you can simply measure the die. So it's about 2 3/4. I'm going to add an inch. So I have some 1/2 inch at the top, 1/2 inch at the bottom. So that gets my cardstock to 3 3/4. Nothing needs to be exact science. You could just kind of lay that out and go, yeah, let's cut there. But we just need 8 1/2 here, and then make sure we have enough room at the top and the bottom for our die. Okay, now we need to do a little scoring on this piece as well. And it's very simple scoring. We are going to score at 4 1/8 and 8 1/4. That's going to create our sleeve. Now, I should also mention I'm using dies, but did you know you could also do this with punches as well? The thing is, you just want to make sure that you can get your punch and center it up in whatever size cardstock you're working with. So I'm going to center up my Hippo and Friends, my pretty little label die, get that all centered up. We're going to go ahead and run that through our die cutting machine, but we have created what we need for our window. If you've missed any of the measurements for my card today, not a problem. Look down in that YouTube description. I've got a link that'll take you right to my website, SimplySimpleStamping.com. And there you can get my free download with the measurements, the supply list, everything I used on my cards. Hey, while you're there, you can order from Simply Simple Stamping as well. Just click the link, order what you need. I'd love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. All right, it's time to put some cards together, so let's go. You're going to want to give these score lines a nice crease with your bone folder. And you can use any of your favorite adhesive here. I just find the multi-purpose glue to be super quick and easy. I'm going to fold that over, give that a press. And can I laugh at myself for just a minute? I just realized I did it the wrong side. I don't know if you can see here, there's a pretty little stitched edge here. And I wanted that to show, and I did it the wrong way. So this is a good time for me to tell you, don't do what I just did. Do as I say and not as I do. But that's okay. For the sake of our video, we're going to keep going. But you do want to make sure that your pretty side is out and you don't be silly like me. All right. I'm now going to take that white cardstock. Remember, we had 2 of them. I'm going to go ahead and adhere this one down. It's just going to center up right inside my polished pink. I can now take my sleeve, and you see how that slides in just perfect. Get that centered, or you can slide it up to the top. Let me show you here. Here, I wanted more room for my sentiment, so I slid my sleeve upwards to do my sentiment. But this one is going to go right in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and center that in the middle. And I'm not sure I mentioned it. I'm going to use Dress to Impress on this card. It is one of my favorites. I'm going to start with a Memento Black ink pad, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment. And remember, it was a tight fit, so I want to really make sure I'm over as far as I need to be. So there's my sentiment. And now I can stamp my lipstick. See, that's how I made sure all that fit in there. I'm going to go ahead and slide this off now so I can keep working. So I'm going to bring in a polished pink ink pad. One of my favorite things about this stamp set, I love stamping blobs. These I use on all kinds of cards. Whenever I don't want to color, stamping blobs to the rescue. Maybe Stampin' Up! Needs a stamp set. Just call it stamping blobs. Because if they did, I would buy it. So I'm going to show you what I mean by a quick way to create color. So I stamped off once because I want this to be kind of subtle. And look at this. Pow! Look, isn't that awesome? Love stamping blobs. Now, for my lipstick, I'm going to use Stampin' Blends, but you can use your Stampin' Right markers for this too. Either way is going to be fine. I'm going to start with my dark smoky slate, and everywhere on the lipstick where there's like a little instant shadow that the artist at Stampin' Up! Have given me, I'm just going to kind of come on there and draw a little bit of the dark smoky slate. Now I'll come in with the light, and I can just blend these together. If you'll just touch that line, just touch it, the alcohol in the Stampin' Blends will pick that up. And remember, you could just do this with your Stampin' Right markers, not a problem at all. So we color in that. And now with the polished pink, I'm going to get the top of the lipstick, give myself a little bit right there. We'll blend again. So pretty. Another stamp that comes in this stamp set are these great little dots, and I just added some of those again just to kind of dress up my card. Now, let me go ahead and show you what I did on the inside. I added another piece. Remember, we had that second piece of the basic white, and I just did my lipstick again and some simple dots. So now when it's all done, we're going to put it in the sleeve. That is correct. And I added some of our rhinestones and just a simple bow there on the side. You see that just centers up that way. Oh my goodness, it's so easy. Let me go ahead and show you my other one more time. So this one I did with the sweet ice cream and the ice cream builder. And this one had some more fun little speckles. This was actually the speckle for my mint chocolate chip ice cream. Little mint macaron right here for the happy birthday. I punched the ice cream itself, and I just stamped the ice cream cone. This one also came with some great speckles. So on my my sleeve here, I added those speckles, but do you see I used a different die? Well, guess what? It was also from the Hippo stamp set. And just like you saw me do before, I just kind of checked to see what was going to fit, and that helped me know what die to use. And guys, this one is actually cut at 3.5 inches by 8.5. Remember, it's all being determined on what's going to go right there. And of course, my sentiment, I wanted to make sure I had enough room for my sentiment. So guys, very simple to create, quick, easy, and oh so fun fancy window cards. If you enjoyed the cards today, if you did, I would love a thumbs up on YouTube. Thank you so much for that. And if you haven't subscribed, why not become a subscriber? I share twice a week here on my channel. I'd love to have you join us. Click that great big red subscribe button and you're all set. Guys, make it a fantastic day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.